Jackie Lutz with the Auto Care Association.
And I'm Stacy Miller, also with the Auto Care Association.
And we are talking today about the right to repair. And it is so important that we start doing everything that we possibly can to get the word out and get this off to a vote in the next couple weeks. And we have seen a lot of our members doing some pretty incredible things, getting their hands dirty a little bit for this initiative. And we want to give a few examples of those. So no matter where you are in the distribution channel, you can get some ideas of how your company and also just you as an individual can get involved and really help us push this agenda.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jackie. And it's so important to do everything that we can right now to move this bill forward. It's your stuff. You should be able to fix it, right? If you haven't heard, and I hope that you've heard this 100 times already, right to repair is about preserving the driver's right to maintain and repair their vehicle where they choose, where it's convenient and where it's affordable to them. Unfortunately, automakers are making it harder for our industry to access the tools and information needed to repair these vehicles. So repairs are getting more expensive and they're trying to lock us out. So fighting for legislation for right to repair vehicles is the single-handedly most important thing that we can do to preserve our industry moving forward. And there are tons of members right now who have really stepped up to the plate, like Jackie said, to make a difference. And we have to make a difference right now. This is the farthest we have ever gone with this bill. And it's an election season. Congress is about to change. So it's imperative that we continue turning the temperature up so they cannot ignore this before Congress changes.
Yeah, so let's look at some examples, starting with manufacturers.
Yeah, we have to give a huge shout out to our friends at Mon and Hummel. This is just one example of how your company can get involved. They hosted a legislator at their facility and just gave them a tour of, hey, here's our building, here's what we manufacture, here's how many people we employ, and here's what we contribute to the local economy. Hearing from their constituents is one of the most important ways that you can make a difference in creating a relationship with your lawmaker and having them support something like right to repair. Another thing that Mon and Hummel did was put the right to repair QR code in their email signature to even greater increase the awareness for this issue. So thanks, guys, for doing that.
And I think too, like with the case with Man and Hummel, they have these huge facilities, right, in the district that they're speaking to these legislators with. So those are huge numbers and a lot of votes in one place. So it's very impactful. And same with Dorman. Dorman actually did a blog that was really successful and put it really big front and center on their blog with a big visual, as you can see. And just doing even something like that to help talk to your people in your network is huge and very impactful.
Absolutely. And social media is one of the primary and probably one of the easiest ways to spread some awareness about this issue within your networks, like Jackie said. So shout out to SMP here. They did a custom social media post borrowing from our media toolkit to make this issue, again, highlighted across their networks and get more folks to take action.
Yeah, and then on the group side, the group in Pronto, they do a lot all the time. They do a lot of little efforts everywhere. This is something that they did. Actually, the banner there is from the Christian Brothers event. And they had all these pull-up banners with the QR code, and that QR code led the attendees to the web page that they could actually send a letter to their legislators. And you got Mike Peace there modeling the QR code there for us. They also had the Right to Repair logo on all of their shirts that day, which was, that was at Apex that they had these red shirts on. And, just even doing something like that, if you can add the Right to Repair logo to shirts and people are walking around, people are seeing it, people are asking questions. They also paid to have some ads put out on aftermarketnews.com. They put the Right to Repair logo on their drag car. And they also have the QR code on all of their emails. So just with all of those little smaller efforts, even think about all of the people they are reaching and all the eyeballs they are getting on this effort.
Pronto really bringing it home. And I feel really sorry for Vanna White because Mike Peace is giving her a run for her money. Thank you so much, Mike and Robert, for your support. Moving on to our friends at the Alliance. JC Washbush and his team have also been tremendous supporters of Right to Repair. Really have to highlight how they're also placing ads in aftermarket news, signaling support. JC and his team also were able to host the legislator at their facility, which helped gain a co-sponsor for our bill. A tremendous, tremendous win. And one of my favorite examples on the left is from their shareholder meeting in December. They had their folks wearing the Right to Repair shirts with the logo embroidered. So I had to stop and ask my friend there for a flex of his muscle to show how hard they were fighting for Right to Repair. And we can't thank you for, joining in on the fun, but also making sure that you're helping spread awareness for this key issue.
And why doesn't it surprise me that JC got someone to sign on? JC could sell a ketchup popsicle to a lady in white gloves, as they say. So no surprise there.
That is right. Thank you so much, JC and John and all of the Alliance.
And then Parts Authority, it's another social media example, but these are something that every company could really be doing. Social media example right here, we have this in our toolkit. You can get this graphic, and they're just displaying their support for the Right to Repair Act and putting the QR code out there to get their network to send letters to legislators. And then very similar, XL Parts did the same thing at one of their events. They actually had a table where they had all this information and QR codes for the Right to Repair Act and some swag there at the table so they could have these conversations with some really important constituents. And then they use that as well on social media. So even people that weren't there can see this effort and understand the importance of it.
And I love this activation because we showed you there's some digital examples, there's some in-person examples. Everything is really turnkey and ready for you to take part in. So if you've got a trade show coming up, if you're going on the road, if you've got a table or a booth, let AutoCare know. You can call any of us up at any time. We'd be able to provide you with materials for the show, or we can come to the show, help you make this experience really turnkey and to get everybody active and involved. One of the people that we really have to give a big shout out to is Napa for supporting this from every single corner possible. So everything from adding Right to Repair to their website, front and center for their folks to take action, to inviting our president and CEO, Bill Hanby, to speak at their event, to exhibiting at their trade show, and even putting printed materials around the offices and doing a concerted campaign to all of their internal employees, educating them about why it's important and why they need to speak up. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Napa, for this holistic campaign.
And then O'Reilly, they put this huge banner on their internal website. So as people go to buy parts, they can see this important information and hopefully draw a lot of people to the webpage to send letters to their legislators.
Oh, how amazing. Thank you, O'Reilly. And we can't forget about some of our most important and critical members in this fight. And those are the shop owners, the technicians, the people who are putting the parts on the car and keeping drivers on the road. A really big shout out to Dwayne Myers. He's a co-owner at Dynamic Automotive here in Maryland. And Kathleen Callahan, she's also an owner of Expert Tech Auto Repair down in Florida, for doing some really amazing testimonials on what it is, why it's important, what it means to the local community, and how it affects their business and their driver. You're going to see a lot more from Dwayne and Kathleen as we launch these videos this week here at AutoCare. So as soon as you see these, please do share them. They're available at your disposal to use in this fight and in this effort to really show the downstream effects of what happens if we don't have Right to Repair.
Yeah, so we really want to challenge everybody at an individual level and also at a company-wide level to help lead people to this QR code any creative ways you can. And if you've already done it once and you say, I've already done the letter, I've done it twice, I've done it 5 times, I've done it 10 times, do it 100 times. The more letters that are going to legislators, the more impactful this entire initiative will be, and we'll get this to a vote over the next couple weeks.
Absolutely. And I too challenge you to put your Right to Repair thinking cap on. Check out that second link. It's our toolkit, which has tons of materials that are completely turnkey, everything from one pagers to videos to infographics, even hang tags that you can put on the rearview mirror of cars in your shops. Everything that we can do is possible to educate folks, get them to send a letter to their legislator, which lets them know this issue cannot be ignored and we've got to get this passed. Jackie, tell them about the hashtag.
Yeah, and so as you do these different efforts, feel free to, first of all, blast them on social media, but then also do the hashtag right to repair so that we can keep track of it and we can see what everybody's up to. And then we'll do another video and we'll highlight what members are thinking of and the creative things that they're doing to hopefully inspire more people to get involved. Here comes everybody. Let's just run full force over the next couple weeks all together.
Yeah, let's turbocharge these efforts, put some fuel to that fire. We have much more member recognition to come for those who are taking part in these efforts. Thank you so much. And let us know in the comments what you've done so far or what you plan to do. Talk to you.